Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game in education. I mean, this isn't sci-fi anymore. It's becoming a real, hands-on tool that teachers and students can use, like right now. So let's jump in and see what that future actually looks like. So think about this for a second. Have you ever tried learning a new language? You know, one of the biggest roadblocks is just getting enough practice, right? You need someone to talk to, someone who can give you feedback, but without all the pressure or feeling like you're being judged. It's a huge challenge for anyone learning a language.
And this is exactly where AI is stepping in. And we're not talking about some silly gimmick. We're talking about really smart tools that can be your tireless conversation buddy, your on-the-spot grammar coach, or even a partner to help you brainstorm and write.
But you know, this tech isn't just a new toy for students. It's causing a massive shift, a fundamental change in what it even means to be a teacher in the first place.
What we're seeing is this huge shift. Teachers are moving away from that traditional role of just being a content deliverer, the classic sage on the stage, and they're becoming what we call learning designers. They're literally the architects of the entire educational experience, carefully choosing and weaving these tools together to build something amazing.
And this right here, this is the absolute heart of it. The magic isn't in the AI tool itself. Nope. It's in the how. It's in the smart, creative design choices that a teacher makes. The AI is a seriously powerful instrument for sure. But the teacher? The teacher is the conductor.
Okay, so what does all this look like in the real world? Let's dive into 5 major trends that are already starting to reshape the classroom of the future.
Yep, 5. And these are the big ones you're really going to want to keep an eye on.
And seriously, the stuff that's happening here is incredible. You've got real-time feedback loops that work like a personal tutor, catching mistakes right when they happen. Then there's cognitive skill tracking, which can figure out exactly where a student is struggling and build a custom learning path just for them. We're talking AI avatars and role-play bots that create these safe, no-judgment zones for practicing conversations. And it goes even further, with tools for multilingual AI assistance and even co-writing, turning AI into a legitimate creative partner.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic in theory, right? But what does this actually look like in a real lesson on a Tuesday afternoon? Let's break down how these AI tools can supercharge the 4 core language skills: writing, reading, listening, and speaking. First up, let's talk writing. The goal here isn't to get the AI to write for the student. No way. It's about using AI as a personal editor to guide them through revisions and help them become a more confident, independent writer.
So the process is simple, but it's so powerful. A student writes their draft, then they run it through a tool for feedback. But here's the key part. The learning happens when the student has to actually think about the suggestions. They have to decide what to accept, what to reject. The student is always in the driver's seat, and that final reflection helps lock in the lesson.
Next up, reading. Now this is cool. With an activity like this, AI becomes a tool to really sharpen those critical thinking muscles and help students see the difference between their own take on a text and a machine's.
This is such a great way to engage with a text. First, the student tries to predict what an article is about just from the headline. Then, after reading it, they ask an AI to summarize it and they compare. This forces them to ask, okay, what did the AI get right? But more importantly, what did it miss? That's where the real critical thinking kicks in.
All right, now for listening. You know how hard it can be to find audio that's at the perfect level and speed? Well, AI text-to-speech tools basically just solve that problem. They can turn any article, any text, into an instant audio lesson.
It's so easy. A student or a teacher finds a current news article, they pop it into one of these tools, and boom, instant audio file. Then they can practice listening once for the big picture, the gist, and then listen again to catch all those smaller, specific details. It's totally customizable and just incredibly useful.
And finally, speaking. For so many people, this is the most nerve-wracking part of learning a language. AI avatars and chatbots offer something truly amazing here. A completely safe, non-judgmental space where you can practice speaking as much as you want.
Just imagine you're prepping for a job interview. The student can write their questions and then actually practice the interview with an AI avatar. There's zero fear of making a mistake. They can try it over and over, building their fluency and confidence before they ever have to talk to a real person. It's a game changer for lowering that anxiety that holds so many people back.
Okay, so we've seen these 4 skills in action. When you pull back and look at all of this, what's the real story? What's the single most important thing to take away from this huge technological shift in our classrooms?
Look, It all boils down to this one central idea. AI is not here to replace teachers. It's here to empower them. The goal is to blend those timeless, proven teaching principles with these incredible new tools to create learning experiences that are more personal, more engaging, and just plain better than ever before.
And this really says it all, doesn't it? The technology might be the paintbrush, but the human teacher is and always will be the artist. So the real question isn't about what the AI can do. The real question is a challenge to all of us. With these powerful new tools in hand, what amazing learning experiences will you design?